right? So it might not be the case, but there's a chance that this attempt to utilize or to make the YouTube stream work simultaneously is too tall of an order. But let's see. For now it seems that this much we can manage with ease, alright. And then if we use the lowest quality possible, what happens is that things start out fine and then we will very quickly face encoding lag. Alright. Well, that's a nice cue for future studies then. And something that we should be able to study quite easily, I hope. Let's just try a few different things. Now that we have all the time that we could possibly need available for us. What about this then? Just trying different things to learn how the world around us supposedly works. Alright, at least it seems that we can't use the same settings for both of these services for a reason that beats me. Perhaps that's the reason why we are facing the kind of problems that we are. Alright, so I'll debug this for a while if you don't mind me doing that. Don't we have all sorts of settings here? Recommended. We don't probably need this much if we are to use this GPU for other purposes as well. Just thinking out loud here. And then that didn't work, but of course I don't know if OBS gets to. It doesn't look like that's the case. Or if capture age freeze any of the memory that we are using. Yeah, because also the game in the background, Age of Empires in this case, is using some of the memory. Right. So is that the sort of thing we might want to minimize automatically? And or let's try to decrease this a bit, and then this of course doesn't tell how much GPU memory we are utilizing, and then perhaps we could try to minimize. Where was it? There. And then let's test things a bit. So if we jump back to the game, right, great, and then we close the capture age like that, and then we will carry on trying the streaming thing. How much will we miss? Quite much, it seems. All right. And is this the case even if we try the lowest quality possible? Now you can't see much, but rest assured we are doing stuff. If we change this to constant, what does that do? So what we tried and we're trying was a variable bitrate which sounded good, since it meant that if the screen was really static, then we wouldn't be spending too much of our network. Trying to push sort of what? Trying to push out or upload more data than was actually required to show the kind of content that we had in store, but that could also mean that the computer needs to analyze the game a bit more, or stream content, in order to make a decision. Well, and now that we are trying to use this constant bitrate, it looks more suitable, but that doesn't help too much, since we are not getting a visual, I don't think, on the YouTube's end, or then it's just could be just me, of course. But we shall see about that in the nearest future. In any case, now the encoding engine is not right away burdened to a point where we are given an error message regarding its shortcomings. But what else could we try to adjust here? Well, the stats look alright. So what happens when we try to spectate this again now? Alright. So now we are skipping frames. Not as much, but still are. Right, let's verify if this helps. Doesn't look like it does. Huh. All right. So drawing all this is too much requires too much of an effort. And then if we slow down the speed just ever so slightly. And do we need this? No, we don't. Okay. And then after pausing, I can only hope that this is as exciting content-wise as it is for me. So if we try to do this very fast, that's great. And then are we still skipping frames? No, not currently, no. And if we decrease this a little more, I think it's 3000 or so. Even doing just that was enough to make the encoding throttle a bit. All right. Well, I'll need to do some more reading about the issue, because alright, I could see that we are using the dedicated GPU memory now. Alright, so if we don't have enhanced graphics, and if we drop this to 3000, why not? Then how does it look? Since video encode based on the graphs I'm witnessing is not utilized to the fullest, or it wasn't utilized to the fullest, and now we have some memory still available for us. But it could also be that it's just a matter of time that we reached. Alright, so there's a reason for people seeking a higher quality or more memory containing graphic cards then. So if we have a variable bitrate again, and let's keep this adaptive no, and let's see how it acts now. Now, since the quality of this game is now as follows, How does this board if we decrease the memory limit to such a degree? And onwards we go. We will get some encoding lag quite soon. And it's because OB Studio. Well, there's a chance that we are doing something that we didn't need to do, since we are applying all sorts of filters and what have yous. We only have 6 frames that we have skipped this time, so let's see. At least we are somewhat getting there, but the price could be terrible. So if we try to use lowest quality there and then reset that again and then fast forward, how is our performance now? That is there. In theory everything should work, but in practice the YouTube live streaming is not visible to me, so this makes very little sense. Or fine-tuning all these different settings has very little effect when things are not visible on the YouTube end that I'm trying to fix here. But at least we have found that there is a neat stats page that allows us to see how things are progressing. And I hope that our opponent checked this missing. Oh, we should have sent these people there. That would have made more sense than trying to build a lumber camp there. Like some sort of small things we were a little bit hesitant, missing, and indecisive, and perhaps also stupid with. Alright, in any case, we have found the really neat stats page, which is great. And then if we do some more adjustments, then perhaps there is a chance for us to make the stream visible and do some more testing, because this is yet again, at least for us here, a quite late hour, so we are not presuming there to be too many people. And if you happen to be a people or person and around and enjoying your time with us, then all the better for you, of course. since you get to witness this fine-tuning firsthand and in real time. So not all encoders work right away and work with YouTube, that is. As a reminder, we are trying to use OBS, and now it sort of works, but the quality is presumably subpar. Let's see about that. Yes. But it also saves us some time. Right, so it sort of works. Oh, but perhaps we could... Okay, well, I'll just finish or wrap up this recording regarding this game, and then I'll do a very neat trick that just hit me. So Enio 2mil had played roughly the same amount of games, so that tops double the amount of games that we had. And it's, I don't know what they have been doing with their eco. Is it the villagers or something? Presumably. At 20... Can I jump to the 20 minutes mark? So around here... No, I already missed that because we are playing this so fast. So around here... Okay, alright, it was probably just finishing this castle. And yes. And that's how they got almost 200 APM. And then down bell right after that. Okay, now we know. So what we will try to do is adjust the settings just a bit. And see if we can make this thing work in the most efficient manner possible.